All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How you guys doing tonight? I was actually planning on going earlier, coming live earlier, like around like 9 o'clock or so. But hey, I went to the bathroom and I looked in the mirror and I was like, bro, I need a haircut. So I cut my hair real quick, cut my line tighter than your pastor's pants. Yep. Got me, went ahead and just got myself right, got myself nice and tight real quick. So now I am here. How are you guys doing this evening? It looks like nobody's on yet, which is okay. You can catch the playback. Oh, there's one person on. How you doing this evening? How's life? How's everything going for all of you? So, I finally leveled up and I'm finally using my DSLR, which is my Canon camera, uh, as my webcam. You probably can't tell much of a difference, but hey, there's a difference nonetheless. For me, I can tell the difference. Have way more control over what the image looks like. But anyway, how you guys doing? So tonight I want to talk about finding yourself again. This is very interesting because um a lot of us have gone through so much trauma in our lives, so much trauma within the last recent years. We've gone through so much trauma that we literally lost ourselves in the change of life, which I spoke last week about. The only thing that's constant in life is change, literally. So we get lost in that change, um, and we lose who we are. Talk up, Doc. What's going on, Gerard? How you doing, man? How you feeling? You can hear me though, right? You can hear me? um yeah, so it's like we get lost in the change and we forget who we are. And then a lot of us run into issues where we're not as confident as we used to be. We're not as like focused. I spoke about focus last week too. We're not as focused as we used to be. And like now is the time to take time aside for yourself. You have to take time for yourself so you can regain that confidence, regain that focus, and regain who you are. Get you back. And then if you're like me, you're one of the people who like literally like serves and everybody like help everybody else's dream become a reality. Thanks, bro. Good. I was like, I know I didn't change nothing with my audio. My audio's good. I know I didn't change nothing there. Like, what's going on here, Doc? I got my titties out tonight. That's okay. I don't care. Yeah, but seriously though, um, like we have to take time out for ourselves to figure out. And so funny, we can talk about like regaining yourself and finding yourself again, but we change, we evolve. So now we have to take time to kind of figure out who we've become. Good evening, Seven. Good evening, Doc. I was just about to say your government, but I'm not going to mention that country behind name you got. So I will call you Seven. But we evolve over time. Things like the constant change of life will change who you are. That could be for good or for bad, but you got to kind of figure out who you are after the smoke clears. We have to kind of figure that out. And a lot of us like we're operating off of steam. I'm not going to do it, Seven. I promise. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. We're operating on a empty tank of gas. And we have to figure out who we are, who we've become, and is that who you want to be? Because a lot of us we are how can I put this? A lot of us have become something that we are not familiar with at all. we're like, who is this? Especially if you're honest with yourself, you're like, who is this person? Yeah, I keep doing that, y'all, because it's fresh haircut. So I got like some hair in my mouth from my beard and all of that. Nandobo. Yes, that's right, Jerron. You found yourself again. You're loving the space that you're in. Yes, yep. And also embracing it because, like, real talk, it's like you and Jerron, you notice that you are not the same person that you used to be. You are a better version of who you used to be. And once you figure that out, once you find that out, then you could just be like my little brother Jerron. He's like, you can love the place that you're in and you can embrace who you are. But you're never gonna find out who you are until you get into a quiet place though. You have to step to the side, get into a very quiet place and kind of figure out who you are and who you're becoming. Because it's not easy getting into that place because that place requires honesty. It requires honesty from yourself. And I know I say this every week, but I promise you, this week, I am not going to be up here for 20, 25 minutes. I promise you this week I will not. And I'm going to be transparent because I don't feel like it today. I don't feel like it today. It's so funny. I wasn't going to go live. But after I cut my hair and I saw how tight this line was, I was like, I got to show y'all how tight this hairline is. Look, you see this? Oh my goodness. This is amazing. Yes, I'm a jack of all trades, right? So, all right. I'm going to get back to what I was just talking about in a second. But I got to tell you that I am literally a jack of all trades because so me and my coworkers, we was at work one day last week or something like that. And yes, I am showing out 7. We tight Scott, tight line, yes sir. So we was at work, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm a jack of all trades. I cut my own hair. I've been cutting my own hair since I was like 12 years old or something like that. So I got really good at cutting my hair. Somebody was like, "Yo, why don't you just open up a barbershop?" Because I don't want to touch nobody else's head. That's why. But like I said, I'm a jack of all trades because most people don't know this. I can fix pretty much anything on the car from bumper to bumper, right? And so a few of my coworkers, we were talking like last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, I believe that. Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, right? We were talking, and he was like, "Man, there's something wrong with my battery on my car, blah 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 blah." And I started asking him a bunch of questions. He was like, "You know something about cars?" I was like, "Yeah, I know a little bit." I was like, "This is what you need to buy. Go ahead and buy that." And then I said, "I'll put it on for you." And I said, "I'll do it right before we get to work." I said, "It's not even gonna take that long, right?" So I went to his crib, and I don't know why he lives so close to the airport, but I couldn't do it. I hear those planes all the time. I could not do that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So so I fixed it like 5-10 minutes or something like that. And so then last night at work, somebody said to him, he's like, "Yeah, did you ever get your car fixed or whatever?" Blah, blah, blah. No, and they was joking about something. He was like, "Man, your car won't even stay on." And then he was like, "My car is fixed now." He's I can't say that. Yeah, he's a funny guy. So read between the lines, y'all. So he was like, my car is fixed." And he was like, "Oh, who fixed your car?" And he looked at me. He said, and then everybody was like, "Oh, I need your number. I need your number to fix my car," and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, I don't do any extensive work anymore because I have. This is a pointless story. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know how I got here. It's a pointless story. It's a pointless story, but I got to tell you, though, because that is a part of who I am. That's a part of who I'm. Like, because I lost that part of myself, that super handy part of me. I lost that part of myself. And it's so funny. It took that little thing that, like me being a jack of all trades, I can cut hair, I can fix cars, I do music, I do a bunch of audio stuff, I do video stuff, because this looks amazing. Don't you agree? I agree. I know it looks amazing. Tonight, this is Toot Your Horn Tuesdays. So I'm tooting my horn. Forget all of y'all. I'm tooting my own horn. I don't need you to toot it. No, I'm joking, y'all. But that's a part of me that I lost that I had to and I was literally recently, this is so funny, just talking about that, recently reminded me of who I am and just rediscovering things about me that I really enjoy. But the changes of life, like I allowed the changes of life to suck the joy out of who I am, out of the things that I enjoy doing. So like a lot of stuff that I enjoy doing didn't do. Like there's things that I enjoy just sitting here in the lair, aka the edifice. All right, so this is called the layer, aka the edifice. I am settling on calling this studio the edifice because I love church words. But anyway, so excuse me, and I would love to, I love to just sit here and just either listen to music or create or do something. Why is this knocked over? Huh. Anyway, sorry, I'm easily distracted. I told y'all that last week. I just saw something out of place. Not sure what happened. But where was I just now? All right, whatever. So, and like I would just sit down here, either listen to music, watch videos, or like learn some stuff. Like and like I enjoy that. That's a part of me that brings me joy. Like bringing my camera out, like video, like just videotaping stuff. While videotaping, I'm showing my age, y'all. I'm a man of a certain age. I'll be 45 at the end of this year. I know I don't look like it, praise God, because at work everybody is super surprised that I am a 44-year-old man, but my bladder lets me know I'm a 44-year-old man. My bladder has no chill. There is no waiting. There's no holding on. My bladder is like, it's time. My bladder waits for no man. So anyway, so that's neither here nor there. So I find time to and then so I'm back into this place now, and it's a very quiet place. So if you notice, I'm not really on social media like that. I don't really talk a lot in real life, to be honest with you. My job is to talk at work, and I only speak when I'm spoken to or when I'm, helping somebody travel or anything like that. So like if I don't have to be running my mouth, I will not talk. That's just who I am. I have to be extremely comfortable with you to just run my mouth. And even if I'm extremely comfortable with you, I feel like you shouldn't be wasting words because words are very powerful. And I don't like to waste words. If I feel like I don't have anything to contribute to the conversation, I won't say anything, even though most people think I have things to contribute all the time. But for me personally, I won't say anything. So I got there because of what? Y'all, I am all over the place tonight. I am sorry. But anyway, so yeah, just you have to get into that's how I got there. So you have to get into a quiet place in order to reconnect with who you are and to figure out who you are going to become. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Um because after this little traumatic experience of the ever changes of life that happen, there is a process of rebuilding. And during that rebuilding process, you have to find yourself again, regain yourself, and then figure out who you're trying to become to level up from who you used to be. Oh man, that's pretty dope. So, I don't have anything else to say other than after the smoke clears, after the traumatic experiences, after the changes of life happen, you must get into a place that is quiet so you can figure out who you are. Spend time with yourself. Spend time with yourself. Because believe it or not, there's a lot of people that are afraid of quiet. People are afraid of being still. People are afraid of their intrusive thoughts because a lot of people, when they're quiet, their thoughts become intrusive. That is a whole nother topic. But you have to learn how to fight those intrusive thoughts to think the thoughts of where you are going to be. Think the thoughts of what you're trying to become. Get in a quiet place. Get in a quiet place. If you subscribe to religion, get in a quiet place and hear from God. Now, yes, I'm a Christian. I don't consider myself religious because the religious leaders killed Jesus, so I don't consider myself religious. But what I'm saying is I would never like um throw my beliefs on anybody else. I'm a firm believer that you can believe what you want. I don't care. Don't have nothing to do with me. Just be honorable. But for me, get into a quiet place. This is what I subscribe to. And if you subscribe to this, fine. Get into a quiet place and hear God. Get into a quiet place and like literally figure out the trigger points of your traumatic experiences through the traumatic changes of life. And really think about those little points. So like if those things happen again, it won't take you back into the place of you not realizing and knowing who you are anymore. That's right, Chris Brunson. Religion is man-made. Greetings, man of God. GAWT. I love my brother Chris Brunson, man. He's amazing. But get into a quiet place. I cannot express that enough. Get into a quiet place. Be by yourself. Get to yourself, because if you're around people constantly, you always have outside influences, um, and those influences can negatively impact you. A lot of times it's a positive impact, but most of the time, especially if you're in that place, that medium ground, when you are literally trying to figure out who you are and try to regain yourself, having outside influences is not a good thing, because now and you're really vulnerable at this time, and most people don't realize that you're very vulnerable in this medium place of your life. And so you're liable to pick up stuff that is not naturally who you are, and pick up stuff that's not going to place you on the trajectory of whatever success is to you. So get by yourself, get into a quiet place, figure it out. Energy begets energy. Good, bad, ugly, and indifferent. And you are so correct, Chris. You are so correct. Get yourself in a quiet place. Isolate yourself for a period of time. I can't tell you how long that time is. Me, I take that overboard. Jesus Christ. Like I'm such a recluse. Like antisocial, all of that other stuff. My brother Chip will tell you all the time. It's like, yeah, he antisocial, but I love him. But like seriously though, I can't tell you the amount of time that you need, but I will tell you that you need to be in a quiet place so you can figure out you all over again. Wow, I said I was not going to be up here 20 minutes, and here we go at 20 minutes. I'll be lying to y'all every week. I'm sorry. And you know what you know what it is. A lot of times I feel like whatever I have to say can be said in like 5 minutes, but I don't know. I keep underestimating myself, and I think that comes with um being unsure and uncertain, because I'm at a very uncertain point right now when it comes to this, what I'm doing right here, because I know for a fact I don't care about, if there's a whole lot of people connected to this or not. Like, I don't know. Hey Chelsea, how you doing? I like me caring about if there's a whole lot of people connected to this, that I don't really care about that. But I am uncertain that sometimes am I impacting anybody in a positive light with some of the things that I say. I don't harp on it too much, but sometimes that's why I'm like, let me just throw this out here for 5 minutes, and then that's it. Oh, Denisha, I am not going to stop. I promise you that. And thank you for always being on. I appreciate that. Oh, I'm not going to stop. Because this is my assignment, to use my voice. I've been using my fingers for years. It's time for me to use my voice. Your Baptist spirit took over you. You have 3 times to close your message. Yo, Chris Brunson is nuts. I love it. I love it. But this is the season for me to use my voice. And the crazy part about it is, coming up like, in church and all that other stuff, being a church musician, all these like musicians, they go from playing the organ to being a preacher. All of that. That's preaching is not that's not what I'm supposed to be doing, because you can use your voice outside of the four walls. I think being that transition of playing the organ and then being a preacher literally limits the amount of people you can touch, especially if you're one of those churchy cats. I'm not churchy at all whatsoever in my everyday life. I'm not church, not unless I'm joking around. Like if I'm joking around, yeah, I can be real churchy. I'm really, you know what I mean. But this is the season for me to use my voice for the masses, because like it doesn't matter. Like people who know me in church, people who know me at work, people who know me in the music industry, people who know me in all other facets of life can literally say the same thing about me. So I'm not a different person, with depending on which circle I'm in or anything like that. I'm just being wow. I just looked at your. I was just about to say that, Chris, and I looked at your comment. I'm just gonna be authentically me, be who I am, because at the end of the day, it's like that's what's gonna help. Real stories, real testimonies, real testaments of what you have gone through in life is going to really help somebody else, period. It don't have to be all extra religious. It don't have to be none of that, because honestly, all of that, one day, all of that will be done away with anyway. And we'll just be left with the real of whatever, real life is. You know what I'm saying? So I see a few people reacted to this. Thank you for liking, but I do, like I told y'all before, I'm gonna get comfortable with asking y'all for stuff. So please share this. Somebody somewhere who's not following me, or somebody somewhere needs to get a little bit of this right here. So I'm gonna need the 4 people that's on here to just share this. You don't even gotta write nothing. Just share it. He's like, boom. All right, this dark skinned dude is up here talking with the sharp hairline. Like this joint is like, woo, if I do like this, I'm gonna cut my finger. My hairline is impeccable. Look at this. And I'm glad that, I don't have the convertible, man. I see so many people who rock the convertible. It's so funny to me. I'll just be talking to people and I'll be looking at their hairline like, why did it have to happen to you? It's funny. Thank you, Denisha. My joint, it is crazy. I just did it too, right before I started talking to everybody. That's what took me so long to come on. So hairlines are funny to me. I don't know why I just started talking about somebody hairline, that joint being a convertible. Yes, Lord, Doc. That's right, Jerron. We shop, Doc. Shop, the quartet shop. But anyway, though, all jokes aside, listen, we talking about life, lessons, and laughter. Like we getting all of this in this little 24, 25 minutes. We getting all of this. Life, lessons, and laughter, man, because this is just what it is. The cul-de-sac ministry. That's right, the cul-de-sac. Yeah, them cul-de-sac hairlines are hilarious, man. I love it. And then the guys who just be rocking it confidently and just let the sides grow, the back and the sides grow, you guys are the real MVPs, and you guys are my heroes. All right, so anyway, again, I always say this, and I'm getting off of this right now, y'all. I always say this. Thank you so much for your time. Time is the number one investment that you will never get a return on. You'll never get a return on that. And you guys chose to give me your time. I'm eternally grateful for that. And I feel super blessed that you would give me your time, something that you can never get back. So let's remember this before I get out of here. Let's remember this. Get yourself into a quiet place to where you will find out who you are again. And then once you get to that place of finding out who you are again, now get on that trajectory of where you want to be, who you want to be, and where you want to go. All right. So good night, everybody. And again, thank you so much for your time. And I will always say this. I will say this 40,000 times. Doesn't matter. Time is the number one investment that you will never, ever get a return on. And you decided to give me your time. Thank you.